Roblox in first person kind of sucks. So I made a script that is 10 times better than the default Roblox first person. This script includes bobbing up and down whenever you walk, has smoothed camera movements, so it's not as precise, which is better for cinematic experiences like horror games. You're also able to unlock and lock your mouse at any time just with the press of a button. And also this whole script is fully customizable with all the settings and stuff, so you don't even have to worry about if you don't like something, then you could just change it. And if you want more tutorial videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe, and also join my Roblox group and my Discord with the links in the description. All right, so all of this can literally be done in one script inside of the starter character scripts. So we need to just add a local script in here. You can call it whatever you want. I'll call it first person controller, and this is where we can code everything. First thing, we just need the user input service, game get service, user input service, and we use this so that we can verify that it actually works on mobile as well. And then we need to get the run service and game get service, run service, and then we need to get the player, game.players, local player. We need to get the character, which is should be script.parent. The humanoid will equal script.parent find for child humanoid, or we could do wait for child on this just to be safe. And then we need to get the camera, which equals workspace.current camera. We need to get camera.camera type is going to equal enum.camera type.scriptable. And then the user input service.mouse behavior is going to equal enum.mouse behavior block center. And then we're going to get user input service.mouse icon enabled, set that to false. And then in here we're going to say user input service.window focused connect function. So whenever they tab out and then tab back into the game, we want to go ahead and disable the mouse again. So we'll just go ahead and copy these two lines down here. Okay, then we're going to go down to the settings. So we'll get local bob speed equals 0.2. And then we'll get bob distance equals 0.2. And then we will get the bob walk multi, which I'm going to set to 55. And then we're going to get the walk velocity threshold, which I'm going to set to 9. You can set this to whatever you want. It's just how fast the player moves whenever they're walking. And we need to set the default FOV to 60. We'll get the target FOV. We're going to set this to 60. It will be updated whenever it is actually running. We'll get FOV change. I'm going to set that to 8. Max FOV velocity equals 10. This is the velocity that you need to reach the maximum FOV that you can obtain through speed. Say local FOV smooth is going to equal 3. Okay, now we need to get the sensitivity, which you can also make like a module script and settings for this if you want to, but I'm going to set that to 2.4. Unlock mouse button is going to equal enum.keycode.f. You can unlock and lock the mouse with that. Max vertical angle is going to equal math.rad and then 80. And then we're going to get the cam offset is going to equal 2. So this is basically the offset, the Y offset of the center of the player. So it'll be 2 studs above the humanoid report. Okay, then we're going to get local turn lean amount equals 320. And then we'll get turn lean smoothing is going to equal 0.9. Local turn lean max equals 0.2. And also I'll try to explain this whenever I'm going through it, but if you don't know what something does, what I would recommend doing is just like, if it's one of these settings, just like bump it up a whole bunch and then play it and then see what happens, and then you'll know what it does. I just think it's an easier way to figure out what things do like that. And then we need to get the cam smooth, which I'm gonna set to 16. If you want your camera to be more snappy and quick, you can make this number higher. If you want it to be more smoothed out and like slower kind of, you can make that lower, but 16 is a good number for this. All right, now we need to get target C-frame is gonna equal C-frame.new. That's all. We're gonna get target rotation is gonna equal C-frame angles 0, 0, 0. Then we're going to get the vertical angle is going to equal 0. Local horizontal angle is going to equal 0. And then Z angle is also going to equal 0. So these will all be updated at runtime whenever we are actually using the script. Now we're going to make a local function update camera rotation, and we'll take in the change for that. Then we'll go local C equals change, nope, change times sensitivity. And then we're going to go horizontal angle plus equals math.rad c.x. Now the change that we're putting in through here is a vector 2. So that's why we're going c.x. Okay, z angle is going to equal math.clamp z angle plus parentheses c.x divided by turn lean amount. And then we're going to go negative turn lean amount and then turn lean max. Or negative turn lean max, sorry. Not amount. So what this does, it makes the camera turn like tilt left and right whenever you are turning left and right. So it does make it feel a little bit more immersive in my opinion. And then vertical angle is going to equal math.clamp vertical angle plus math.rad c.y. Then we have to go comma negative max vertical angle and then just max vertical angle. Okay, then down here we'll go target rot equals c-frame dot angles 0 comma horizontal angle comma 0 times c-frame dot angles vertical angle comma 0 comma 0. Now we need to make a new function, local function smooth camera z-axis. So this is gonna make, like, if we turn and then tilt our head to the left or right, then this will make it go back up to the upright position. So we'll say local amount equals, oh, we need to take in delta time for this. Delta time. So we'll go delta time divided by turn lean smoothing. And we'll say if z angle is greater than 0, then we want to say z angle equals math dot max z angle minus amount and then 0. And then we want to say else z angle equals math dot min z angle plus amount and then 0. And then z rotation is going to equal c frame dot angles 0 comma 0 comma z angle. And then target rotation, target rot is going to equal c frame dot angles 0 horizontal angle, and then we're going to say 0, and then we're going to say times c frame dot angles vertical angle 0 0, which is kind of the same as just setting it right here, but at the end here we're going to say times z rotation. So that's it for that function. The next one, we need to update the player's FOV. So we'll say local function update FOV, and then we are going to take in the delta time for this. Local velocity equals the character dot primary part dot assembly linear velocity dot magnitude. So that's the velocity. We're going to get the normalized. We're going to get the normalized velocity is going to equal math dot clamp velocity divided by max FOV velocity 0 1. And then we're going to say target FOV is going to equal default FOV plus normalized velocity times FOV change. Alright, then below this we'll say camera dot field of view equals camera dot field of view times, or plus, sorry, plus parentheses target FOV minus camera dot field of view times delta time times FOV smooth. Okay, and then below this is where we actually start to use these functions. So we'll say user input service dot input changed or changed connect function. We'll say input and then processed. We'll say if input dot user input type equals enum dot user input type dot mouse movement. Then we want to say update camera rotation with the negative vector 3 dot new. We'll say input dot delta dot x and then input dot delta dot y and then 0. Alright, then down here we'll say user input service dot input began connect function. We'll say input and then processed. We'll say if processed then return end. So if they're like typing in chat or something like that, if input dot keycode equals unlock mouse button, then we'll say if user input service dot mouse icon enabled. We're gonna go ahead and go up here and steal these 2 lines where we disable the mouse. Put that here, and then we're gonna say else, and then paste that again, but we're gonna change this to be true, and then lock center to be default. So this is just checking if we are trying to lock or unlock the mouse. All right, and then down here we're gonna say user input service dot touch moved connect function. We'll say touch and then processed. So this is actually where we add our mobile functionality so that this actually works on mobile devices. So we'll say if processed, then return end. So this works if they're moving around with their like UI joystick type thing. So it won't like make them look around. And then we'll say update camera rotation. And we pass through the same thing. A negative vector3.new touch.delta.x. And we'll say comma touch.delta.y comma 0. There, like that. There we go. Okay, now we want to say run service dot render stepped connect function, and then this takes in the delta time. So in here we can go ahead and say update camera position. In here we're going to go ahead and say update camera position, which I've not created this yet. So we're going to go up here below update camera rotation. We're going to say local function update camera position, and this doesn't take anything. We'll say local bob pause equals math.sign tick times bob speed, and then we're going to times this by bob distance. Okay, and then we're going to say if character dot primary part dot assembly, which actually we can just copy this down here. If the magnitude is greater than or equal to the walk velocity threshold, we'll say bob pause equals the same thing that we did up here. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. But what we need to add is, instead of just saying times bob speed, we want to put this in parentheses and then say times bob walk multi. So whenever we're walking, it'll actually make us bob up and down faster than whenever we're just standing still. All right, now we need to get the offset, which is going to be local offset equals vector3.new 0 cam offset plus bob pause comma 0, and then we'll say local target position equals character dot primary part dot position plus offset, and then down here we'll say target c-frame equals c-frame dot new target position times target rotation. All right, so now we can go ahead and scroll back down here to where we update the camera position in the render stepped, and then we're just going to go ahead and say smooth camera z-axis. We're going to put in the delta time, and then we're going to say update FOV, which also needs the delta time, and then we're going to say camera dot c-frame equals camera dot c-frame colon lerp target c-frame delta time times cam smooth, and then and then right now this will work perfectly fine, but the server won't know where you're looking because the character is not updated like automatically to where the camera's looking. So in here we're just going to say local underscore cam y comma underscore. So this is basically just creating 3 variables. We're going to say camera dot c-frame colon to orientation, and then we're going to say character pivot to c-frame dot new character dot primary part dot position times c-frame dot angles 0 comma cam y comma 0. All right, so this will work fine right now, but you are still able to see your character whenever you are walking around and in first person, which we do not want. So for this, we could just say for underscore child and I pairs character get descendants, like that. We'll say do if child is a base part, or if child is a decal, then we can say child.transparency equals 1. And then just as like a dummy check to make sure that it actually did make the character transparent, we can go ahead and take this, Control C that, wait 2 seconds, and then do it again. So now, if we hit play, you'll see that we are in first person and we can walk around and stuff, and it's pretty smooth. Again, all of the settings are adjustable, so we can go ahead and look at those right now. So the bob thing is whenever the camera moves up and down. So to display this, I'm gonna go and set both of these to 1 and hit play. So you can see whenever I'm standing still, my camera's going up and down, just automatically whenever I'm not doing anything. So if I walk now, as you can see, I have it whenever I walk, it gets really fast. So that's what bobbing is basically. The bob speed makes you bob faster, obviously, and then the distance is how far up and down you go. Alright, the FOV, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but I can change this to like, I guess 25 or something. So whenever we walk, as you can see, my camera gets zoomed out a bunch, but whenever I stop, it zooms back in. So whenever I'm walking, it will make it feel more dynamic and less just like static, kind of. Change that back down to 8. And you can change, you don't need to worry about target FOV. You can change default if you want it to be higher FOV, like just from standing still. Turn lean amount and turn lean smoothing, all this. Okay, so this, I'm gonna go ahead and set this to like, so the lower this number is, the more intense it'll be. So you'll see whenever I turn left and right, you'll see that my camera like leans that way. It does a little bit weird whenever you have it at a high number, but that's what it does. And if it's a really slight amount, it does look pretty good in my opinion. So it does make it feel, again, more dynamic. Cam smooth. I guess I could show that. Put it like 2. You can see my camera is like very loady whenever I do it like this. So if you want something that feels like trippy and really floaty and weird, then you can do it like that. And that's really all the settings that I have. So yeah, this works. I think if you die as well, it should work. You can't hold items right now, but they do look a little bit weird whenever you're walking and stuff. So I do have a script for this, but if you guys want to see a tutorial on it, let me know and I will make one. I will use the same first person script that I have used in this video, and I'll just make an update on it. It looks pretty cool too. Whenever I'm like teleporting like that, it feels like you actually teleport to it. It's really cool. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, join my Roblox group, and all of that good stuff. See ya.